What is up, guys? Pat from Show Me Retro here. So in today's video, I'm going to be swapping my stock Arcade1up buttons for these Happ Buttons. These are actual Happ Buttons, not clones, and I will leave a link in the description for the ones that I use if you're interested. Now, the reason for this video, I was getting some comments on my 8-in-1 Partycade video, and basically, people just wanted to know how to install the Happ Buttons that I used, so I just thought I would do a quick video. Now, keep in mind that if you're going to be doing this on a Partycade, there are 2 screws on the left and right side of the cabinet. That's how you pull out your control panel, and there is also an audio cable that needs to be removed from the PCB in order to get that control panel out. But other than that, this is going to be the same. All right, let's not waste any time. Let's get to it. So after you remove your 4 screws, make sure that you unplug your ribbon cable. Next, you want to remove the 6 Phillips screws from the plastic cover. Alright, so now that I got the cover off, you can see that I've already got 5 of these buttons replaced. All I'm going to be doing here, just to save time, is this one and this one right here. And the only tools that I'm going to be using are 2 different sizes of flathead screwdriver. You can see one is smaller, one is slightly bigger, and then a needle nose just in case you go a little bit too big. And I'm also going to be replacing this 4-way gate with an octagonal gate. Now, I've already had an octagonal gate on here, but I thought while I'm in here, I'll just show people very quickly how easy it is. I have had some comments and videos about how do I change that out, and I'll just show that really quickly. And I also want to point out that this is not the 100% correct right way to do this button swap. If you really wanted to do this the right way, you would need a .187 terminal. If I'm not mistaken, Arcade1up uses .110 terminals. What that means is .187 is what Happ uses, I believe, and they are slightly bigger than these. So what you would need to do is cut these off and crimp on the larger terminals. Now, not everybody has a crimper and wants to cut these and order some more parts, or they may not know what part number they need. So that is the purpose of this video. So before you give me a thumbs down, I'm just showing people that there is an easier way to just order some buttons and make this a plug and play. You don't have to cut this bundle here. You don't have to do anything else. It's just take these off and make them slightly bigger, pop your new button in, and then pop on the new terminal. All right, so let's get started. First thing we're going to do is remove the terminals on these 2 buttons. Now, Arcade1up, you've got a little notch here, and you just press that in, and then these will pop out. Here's our new buttons, and they're going to come unassembled, and you want them to be unassembled because if they came assembled, you'd have to take them apart in order to get them in there. So what we're going to do, we're going to put this in here. So you're going to have 3 pieces, a button, a washer, and a micro switch. Going to take our micro switch, going to pop in the small one first, and it just pops in like that. Take our smaller screwdriver, and this is barely goes in that gap, okay? And once it's in there, you're just going to go back and forth, up and down. That makes room for this one that's slightly bigger. I'm going to go left and right, up and down. And just like that. See how tight that is? I'm pulling on that pretty good. And it's just that easy. Now you want to put it on the top one and then the second one here, not the third one. And it doesn't matter which one of these you put first or second. It doesn't really matter. Just as long as you're on the top one and then this second one. So again, I'm just going to put this first one in here. Now in this case, bigger is not always better. So start off small and do a couple checks. You can always make it bigger. If you do go too big, just gently take your needle nose pliers and make those sides a little bit smaller. Take the larger one And you can kind of tell when you're about there. And there you go. And again, you can see how tight that is. Get our second button and our second micro switch. And I'm putting it so this taller end is over here. That means the micro switch terminals are going to be facing this way. Put your smaller hole in first. Pops right in. And again, we're taking our smaller screwdriver. Then our larger one. And that fit on there great. That's not going anywhere. Now, repeating the process one last time. Just left, right, up, down, up, down. Did I just recite the Konami code? And we're going to put it on this second one here. All right, and that is done. Make sure your buttons are screwed down nice and tight. So now let's do this gate real quick here. You just pinch these 4 points here. Gate pops off. All right, and now let's put our new gate on. And just like that. And before we put this back in, just make sure that all of our connections are nice and tight. All right, now we just need to put the cover back on and test it out. Don't forget to hook up your ribbon cable. And put your 4 screws back in. Now let's power the unit back on. Now, not only do these buttons sound so much better than the stock ones, they feel 10 times better. Definitely a night and day difference over the stock ones. All right, guys, there you go. I cannot recommend this enough. It's very simple, very inexpensive. You don't need any special tools. You don't need to go out and buy any new quick disconnect terminals. And if you notice here the difference, so you can really tap these and just get that satisfying spring back. With these, I haven't done this side yet, that's what's next. But just to give you an idea, that's why I left this unchanged. They're just so mushy. And I mean, they'll get the job done. You're not gonna get very far in a game when you have very unresponsive, mushy buttons compared to this. All right, guys, if you liked the video, you know the drill. Comment, like, subscribe, and make sure you hit that bell and turn on notifications so you know when I upload new content. All right, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.